this is Franki Doll. So a couple of you have asked me some things about the law of attraction, so I'm going to post a video about that here. I've been asked, do I really believe that the law of attraction works? And the answer is absolutely. I believe that the law of attraction works because I have experienced it. I didn't always believe that it was going to work, and even when I did believe it worked, part of me felt that maybe it wouldn't work for me. Here's what happened with me with the law of attraction. I'm going to kind of explain it to you guys because I hear you guys saying things like, well, it's not happening, it's not working for me. So maybe I can explain it this way. So the law of attraction brings you things which will fill a cup. I tell you, just get the cup and be ready for that cup to be filled, and the law of attraction will work. Believe that it will be filled, be ready for it to be filled, and be willing to accept that it will be filled. So most of you guys will take the cup and go, okay, here it is, fill my cup. But you don't realize that you have your hand on top of the cup. What my experience is and what I'm trying to say here is, take your hand off the top of the cup. And that's a lot easier said than done. Most of the time we don't know our hand is covering the cup. But the great thing about the law of attraction is even if we have beliefs, which the hand covering the top of the cup is just straight a belief. A belief that it doesn't work, a belief that it's not going to work, a doubt. All you have to be is a little bit willing for it to work. Even if you're just a tiny bit willing, you'll notice that drops of water or whatever is going to fill that cup is going to get through the cracks in your beliefs. And most of the time, we're not going to come through and try the law of attraction if we don't have some kind of a crack in our belief that it doesn't work. And most of the time, there's a hope. And most of the time, there's maybe experience that good things don't come your way, like it was in my case. I didn't experience good things. And so I thought, well, how are these good things going to just start happening? So let's go back to the cup. So my hand is over the cup, and I start seeing that even though it's not filling up rapidly, I notice there's little tiny drops getting into the cup. So I think to myself, okay, well maybe at least a little bit my cup might get full. And so I notice more and more of the water getting through my hand, and subconsciously, as my mind opens up, my hand opens up too. Now again, it's not a real hand, but this is the way our mind works. And eventually, our hand just takes itself away from the top of the cup, and the cup starts getting full all on its own. The belief is what's important here. You have to believe, first of all, that you have a cup. Second of all, you have to believe that your cup is going to get full. And third of all, which is the most important part, you have to be willing for the cup to be filled. For me personally, I came from a world of destruction, lack, very, very, very bad thinking. The thinking that I had was not only lack thinking, it was suffocated thinking. Because of the things that had happened to me along my life, I thought that I wasn't very worthy of anything, let alone love, prosperity, happiness, any of those things. And as just a little bit of hope came through, I started to believe a little bit. As more hope came through, I started to believe a little more. And eventually, I started teaching the law of attraction. Eventually, I started attracting such wonderful things into my life that I could not deny it anymore. And me, with all of my limited thinking, I have tattoos, I'm old, I'm only 44, but, you know, sometimes, every year that I get older, I think I'm old. Now I'm just wise. I come from a bad neighborhood. I was abused. People abandoned me. People betrayed me. I thought a lot of things about myself. And now, like I said, I teach the law of attraction. And the great thing is, when people come to me and they say, I'm not sure this is going to work for me, I can tell them, that's okay, neither did I. And they can look and see what my life looks like today. And they know that there's hope. And all that does is put a little gap in the very top of the cup that their hand is covering. If you're one of my students, you know that once the hand gets off of the top of the cup, amazing things happen. And yeah, so that's the answer to that. I hope that helps.